Hello, welcome to my channel. I have a little bit of free time today, so I thought that I would show you how I would do my makeup if I was kind of in a rush in the morning. I woke up kind of late, I'm on my way to work, I want to look put together, but I don't want to spend too much time on it. So all that put together, and you get like a 10-minute routine just to freshen yourself up, look a little bit more put together, and that's it. I'm going to be doing, I think all of this makeup will be drugstore makeup. And for some context about me and my skin, if you're interested, I would say my skin, well, I think I have rosacea. I'm not sure. Sometimes I get really red in the face, and sometimes I get really patchy, dry areas on my skin. So I try to do my routine with that in mind. And then other than that, I'm not too oily. I'm mostly like normal in my other areas. I know it looks like right now I don't have a whole lot of red going on, but I'm not flaring up right now. Anyway, to get started, first what I will do is put some jewelry on, because I feel like just a little bit of jewelry goes a really long ways. Ow. Perf. Okay. I'm already looking a little bit better in my opinion. Okay. First, I will do some like primer steps, not literally primer, but I'm like priming my skin and moisturizing and stuff. I'll either do chapstick on my lips because my lips aren't always a wreck, or I'll do a lip mask. In fact, I think I'm gonna do a lip mask now. This is just some e.l.f. lip mask. e.l.f. Jelly Pop Luscious Lip Mask. So I just get a little bit of that. Rub it in. Next, I'm gonna moisturize my face. Ah! Hi turkey, you scared the S out of me. First I will do a serum, just because I do err on the side of dry. Like if I'm flaring up, I'll have a lot of dry patches. I'm almost out of this stuff. There's a little bit. This is the Ordinary 0.5% retinol and squalene. So I just get a little bit, drop it in my hands, like literally 2 drops. Warm it up, and then I just start patting it like this. I don't worry about the under eyes because I have a different product for that. Okay. For under eyes, I have an under eye cream from e.l.f. Holy Hydration Eye Cream. I just get a little bit of that. Rub it in. Let it sit. I do this because I want my concealer to sit well. I find that if I don't do this, I have a lot of creasing that happens. Like a dry looking creasing, cakey looking creasing. So I do that. Lastly, I use a moisturizer with SPF, at least SPF 30. This is one of my favorites. It doesn't feel too cakey or heavy. It doesn't leave a really white cast. This is CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion with sunscreen for AM with SPF 30. Okay. So I get a little bit of that. Again, warm it up, and then I just start patting it. I feel if I pat it first, I don't know, it just seems to rub in a little better when I do that. Okay, so once it's warmed up a little bit and I've patted it, it seems to just like disappear instantly. Okay, really fast. I'm just checking in the mirror. Okay, that looks fine to me. If you came to this tutorial looking for perfection, high production value, you're not gonna get it here. This is regular girl getting ready for work really fast, slept in, gotta get ready. Okay, so next I have one of my favorite foundations. This is a pot. This is Covergirl Olay Simply Ageless. I have the foundation shade 210 Classic Ivory. I have a flat brush like this. I've had it forever. I got it from Target. I think it's, oh God, what's the name of that? Sonia Kushak? So, I forget the name. Okay, I literally go like this. Just get some on my brush. Not a whole lot, just a little. And what I'm gonna do is on the areas of my face that I feel like need the most coverage, like that would be my cheeks and my nose, right here a little bit. That's where I start applying the foundation, and then I spread it out from there, like blend it out, I mean. So, sorry, my mirror is this way, so I'm gonna be looking there. So, I load my brush, not too much, just a little, and I start just like patting it a little bit. I'm not rubbing yet, just patting. And I start spreading the product out further from where I started initially. So I want the most coverage here, that's why I started there. So now that I've got coverage there, I'm gonna start dragging the edges of where I just applied that to the perimeter of my face. So I barely have any product here at this point. When I get to this area, sometimes it's hard to blend, so I kind of stretch out the skin and I like stick my tongue like that. And it blends it out. And then I start patting a little bit where I've blended. Who's calling? Okay. So, sorry, phone call. So, this is what it looks like now. I'm gonna repeat that, load up my brush. Again, I'm gonna start tapping where I want the most coverage right here. And then I just start spreading that product out. I'm not going on my under eyes yet. And I'm trying to avoid putting too much product here because I crease a lot there, and that's where I have that flaky skin problem, and I don't want it to look cakey there. So now I'm gonna drag the edges of the product to the perimeter of my face. So I still have the most product here. I'm just blending the rest out. And I'm gonna stretch the skin out right here. Okay. All right, last is my nose. Foundation, I've tried a lot of foundations. It always doesn't last well on my nose for whatever reason. I think it's the like rosacea or whatever. So I do like the tiniest bit of coverage. So I take a tiny, tiny bit of product and I just put the tiniest amount. And again, I try to avoid putting it in the creases too much. Instead, I just mostly go for the top and the sides. Then I tap a little bit to set it. Okay, moving on to the forehead, load my brush up. Start in the middle where I want the most coverage and then tap around. When you get fast at this, or sorry, when you're used to it, I find that this type of foundation in this pot like this, using this method, it's one of the fastest ways to like get your makeup on and get out the door. Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit more as a primer for my eyelids. There's one eye. There's the other eye. Okay, so base is done. Next, concealer. I'm going to use CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. This stuff is really, really good, really high coverage. I'm going to use the same brush. A little bit of this goes a long way. You really don't put a lot on. If you're in a rush in the morning, it's going to take forever to blend out. Just put a little bit. So I just put about like that. And then I tap. That looks good to me. A little bit here. And a little bit more. I wear glasses, so it's hard to see what I'm doing because usually I have my face like up in the mirror. The reason I'm looking up like this is because sometimes I can have a rough hand and accidentally poke my eye, so I just have gotten used to looking away from the brush. Okay? While the concealer is still wet, you want to set it. And we're going to set the rest of the face while we're at it. I'm using number 7 Translucent Perfect Light Loose Powder. So, I used the little powder puff it came with. Pour some in the lid. I really load up the brush, or not the brush, the puff, like that. And I'm gonna use this for one eye. So I'm gonna tilt my head down, raise my eyebrows, open my mouth like that because it really stretches out the skin right here so you can make sure you're getting product on the most surface area. So I'm really stretching out that skin and I'm gonna pat. Not gonna drag, I'm gonna pat. And I'm gonna repeat, tap again, load up the puff, pat. Okay, while I'm at it, I'm not gonna blend it yet. Gonna get a little more. I'm gonna do the same method on areas that are prone to not lasting as well throughout the day, which is very much my nose. So I loaded up my puff again. I'm gonna pat. And don't be shy with this. You can always brush away the excess. Like that. I'm gonna do a little bit here, just using whatever's left in the lid. I don't need that much. And then a little here. I just realized I forgot to do my chin, but you can't really tell because I don't put that much foundation on. The majority of the product is here, here, and here. And usually I would put it here, but I forgot. But I've blended it so much and it's just not that much altogether. It's just not a big deal. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit. And I'm going to do my brows real quick. Get a spoolie, brush them out a bit. Sometimes I have like little flaky dry skin there, so I'm just like brushing that out. Okay, I love this brow product. This is from NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen in taupe, and it looks like this. It's just a little like flicker brush. And literally what I do is I look in the mirror and I look for areas that look sparse and I just draw little hairs there. So this is really hard to see. Okay, so I'm looking in the mirror. So what I'm gonna do, like I have a bit of a sparse area right here. So I'm just gonna draw little hairs like that. Right here. Maybe draw a few in the middle between my eyebrows. Now I'm gonna just drag it out just ever so slightly. I'm not trying to be perfect here. I'm just trying to get it done like that, okay? And I'm gonna repeat. Okay. Tap it a little if you go crazy. Like that. Okay. Brows are done. If you want to do gel, go for a clear. It's faster. I just have a NYX clear brow gel. So I'm just going to do a little bit. Like that. Okay. At this point, my stuff has baked for long enough, so where's my powder brush? I have a really old little powder brush from Morphe. I have no idea what number it is. Just get a powder brush. What I'm gonna do is brush away that powder that we packed on. Then I'm gonna take a bronzer. This is ridiculously old. This is Tiki. It's from Hard Candy shade Tiki 129 Baked Bronzer. I just get a bit of this, tap off the excess. I mainly go for my cheekbones, nose, forehead, chin. Bam, done. Next is blush. I'm gonna use Milani Baked Blush in, is this still recording? Yeah. In Luminoso shade 5. This is not matte, but it's not shimmery. It's like more of a satin finish. Load up my brush. This is a powder brush, but smaller. I always use it for blush, also from Morphe. Tap off the excess. I like to put blush higher up on my cheekbones, like right in this area. So the majority of my product right now I want right about here. So I'm gonna start there and then blend out from there. So I'm gonna pat, pat, pat right there. I'm not even like blending it, I'm just patting. I'm getting most of the product there. Now I'm gonna blend. I actually like bringing it really towards this area rather than back here. I feel like it looks like a youthful, flushed appearance. Okay, that looks fine to me. Load up my brush, tap off the excess, start tapping where you want the majority of your product, and then blend. Okay, I use what's left over, maybe get a little bit more. Go over my nose, especially right here on the bridge. Makes you look like sun-kissed. Okay, I get my powder brush I just used. I go crazy. I blend everything together. Okay, next is highlighter. I absolutely love this Wet n Wild. It's called Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. This is in shade Blossom Glow. I just have, this is an e.l.f. blush brush. Tap some on here, tap off the excess, put some on your cheeks, right at the cheekbones. Okay, next it's time for eyeshadow. I do not go crazy. I do something really simple. I'm just gonna use my Naked3 palette. I'm going to use the brush that it came with, keep it simple. I'm going to tap in Limit, tap off the excess. And now what I do is I have a bit of an overhang, like hooded eye situation. So my aim is to get this in the crease. I'm trying to define my crease, but just like a wash of color. I'm not worried about making it perfect. So what I do is I kind of just check my anatomy of my eye. Like I'm not even gonna worry about this right here. I'm gonna look, like I'm pretending this is the mirror right now. I'm gonna look and I can see that I'm getting a shadow here from the light casting. So that's where I'm gonna start putting my product. I'm gonna tilt my eye back like that. I can see the shadow right there still. I'm gonna tap, tap, tap. I'm just tapping the majority of the product in one spot. That's half of makeup. You put the product on your brush, you tap off the excess so it doesn't like smear all over your face. You start putting the product where you want the highest concentration of that color, and then you just blend it out from there. So I've got my highest concentration of color here right now, and now I'm just gonna blend it out. You can do it with taps, you can do it with sweepy motions. This is not, like I'm not going for perfection right now. I'm going for get a wash of color on my eye and get out the door. Okay. Gonna do the same on the other eye. Sometimes it helps if you raise your eyebrows. If you have a lot of skin, raise your eyebrows. It'll stretch out your skin so it's easier to blend it, so you're not fighting with all these folds. So raise your eyebrow, stretch your skin out, blend the product, and there you go. Okay. So just the tiniest bit of wash, that's all I'm worried about. I'm going to tap into Nooner. Tap off the excess. I'm going to tilt my head down, open my mouth so I'm stretching out the skin under my eyes, and I'm just going to drag a little bit of this on my lower lash line. Just a little bit. That's it. Okay. I'm going to take the flat side of the brush. I'm going to go... Do I want to use... Yeah, we'll do that. I'm going into shade Liar. This is not my favorite shade. It's kind of chalky, but I'm just going to work with it. Tap off the excess. Tap, tap, blend, blend on my lid. Like this. Again, I'm not worried about perfection. I'm worried about getting out the door. Now I find when I'm putting a different color on my lid, I actually put some of the color past this fold line to meet with where I put that first color. So you just kind of have to like look ahead, rest your eyebrows and everything, just rest. Look at where that fold is. And you want to aim to place your color like right where that fold happens. So I'm going to raise my eyebrow and I'm placing the color there. I'm just like dragging it down to my lash line. That's what I'm doing in quick little motions. Okay, I think that looks fine. All right, next eye. See, I told you this is fast. Tap, 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 blend, blend, blend. Great, looks great. All right, next I'm going to get, I have a tiny little brush like this. Just get something small. Can be an angled brush, can be a little like pencil brush. I'm gonna get in the same palette. I'm going to use shade Dark Side. Get a little bit of that. Tap off the excess. I'm just gonna like swish this across my upper lash line. Hard to do on the camera, so I'm going to use the mirror real quick. Okay, so I did that, just literally the tiniest bit. I'm going to do a little bit on this side too, on the bottom I mean, just a little bit in the corner. Okay, that's it, just like that. The tiniest bit. You don't want this to take too long. You want to get out the door and get on your way to work and get Starbucks, right? Okay, done. That's it. Next, curl your lashes. Okay, Next, mascara. I'm trying the Voluminous Lash Paradise from L'Oreal today. You would think after years of R&D, they could figure out how to make packaging to where this doesn't happen. This is so annoying. Like, okay, sorry. My camera stopped. I'm sorry to complain about like stupid stuff, but you would think after all these years, they could spend some time to like make the experience better for the customer and figure out how to solve this problem. This is just lazy in my opinion. Okay, so we're gonna try this out. You have to be careful with new mascara. It can get messy real quick. So, ooh, interesting wand. So, mascara, what I like to do is tilt my head back so that way my risk of hitting my skin here is less than if I was like this. And then I just kind of wiggle at the roots, and then also sometimes I like blink into the wand. Sorry if you can see straight up my nose. I'm not gonna put like too much on, just because I could sit here forever and do this. That's the third time I've had to stop. Okay, so I was saying I might spend forever doing this, or I'm just gonna put a little on because I could spend forever doing this, but yeah, that's basically what I do. Tilt my head back, start at the base. No, I'll show you how to fix that. Don't touch it, just let it dry. Okay, for the bottom, look down, stretch your skin. Just a little, like that. That's not dry yet, so keep it there. Next we're gonna do gloss. This is one of my favorites. I have NYX Butter Gloss in shade Tiramisu. That sounds good. I wouldn't really think it's like tiramisu though. Oh wait, actually, I'm grabbing a bit of toilet paper. I still have that lip mask on, so I'm gonna like take this as an opportunity to exfoliate a little bit. Good for my lip. Oh no! Oh wait, no, okay. You guys, I have the worst lips. I'm very self-conscious of them because when I was a kid, I think I have toilet paper on my... No, okay. When I was a kid, I was on one of those Razor scooters on the sidewalk going really fast, and I flipped over the handlebars on the sidewalk on my mouth, and I slid on my mouth. So I have these scars here, and I've always been really self-conscious of them, and I just feel like when my lips get chapped, which they are all the time, it just really enhances, like, emphasizes the scars. Anyway, let's put some of this on. Put a little on, doesn't have to be crazy. Okay, let's fix that now. Get a spoolie. Scratch. Okay, so if it was bad enough like mine, where did I put my brush? Here we go. If it was bad enough like mine to where you messed up your foundation a little bit, just get your same brush, get the tiniest bit of foundation, just tap it over. It'll be fine. No one has to know. Last step, setting spray. I just use e.l.f. Illuminating Mist and Set. So then I put my glasses on and I'm ready to go, just like that. I promised it would be really fast and really simple and just a little bit of something real quick to zhuzh you up and make you look fresh and ready for the day. So if you liked this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up or subscribe if you want to be notified when I make new videos. I make all kinds of stuff. It's been my New Year's resolution to just be more on my creative side and like start documenting that. So I make a lot of videos about like painting, about sewing. I've been vlogging my house renovation series that I'm doing. We're doing all kinds of DIY projects and home improvement projects on this house I just purchased. So if you want to tune in for that, be sure to subscribe so you are notified when I make new videos like that. I also do, if you're interested, I don't know if you will be, but I make videos about how to sell digital art on Etsy. It's kind of a really niche area, but it's kind of picking up. And so if you're interested in that, I make stuff about that too. What else? I make all kinds of stuff. I love a lot of creative avenues. So if you found this video to be helpful, give it a like because that helps the algorithm. It tells the algorithm that my video is doing well and it will help my channel grow. So other than that, that's pretty much it. I guess if you made it to the end of this video, comment what your favorite makeup product is. Like, is it foundation, mascara, lip gloss? What's that one thing that like you just have to have? Maybe it's you have like 2 minutes to get out the door on your way to work. What's that one thing that you just want to put on that makes you feel really confident? I would like to know. All right, I will see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.